heading back into New Wave French extremity with High Tension, or Haute Tension.
Haute tension.
Which I found is a pretty divisive film amongst horrorgoers. Also, isn't it crazy that this film is 20 years old? Like, good grief, Father Time, pump the brakes! The film follows a young woman as she and her best friend go to stay with her family at their farmhouse. They are suddenly all attacked one night by a local serial killer, and the chase is on as he begins to hunt them down in brutal fashion. And that second word in its title? It lives up to its name, because hot damn is this film insanely tense. The camera work is spectacular. The moment the killer first appears, the way the camera whizzes through the house, it instantly puts you on edge and pierces your nerves. The weight of the actions being committed just feels so heavy, and the editing is phenomenal in emphasizing the numbing tension of the whole ordeal leading up to them. I was genuinely sat on tenterhooks when he was merely stalking our main character in her bedroom and she's hiding under it. Simple setup we've seen a million times. But the level of threat, editing and sound elevate it to another level. One thing I have to mention, I adore this type of soundtrack. It's so unsettling in a subtle, minimalistic way, with just the right amount of unnerving in the audio. It's ambient, but hits you right in the core of your flesh and wriggles around a bit to make you just a little more uneasy and accents the suspense on screen really well. It's designed purely to ratchet up either the thrills or chills you'll be feeling in the moment. The killer himself is also weirdly memorable. He's just a trucker who breathes heavy, but I think it's because of how utterly depraved he is that makes him stick out in your mind. This is a French extremity film, so of course there's buckets of blood and highly visceral murder scenes. The killer has such an impact because that's his only purpose. Whenever he's on screen, you get nervous, because his whole role is to kill and maim any other human or animal near him, and do it in uber-violent fashion. There's a particularly creative kill involving a staircase I won't spoil, but man oh man does it get your attention. The killer is really elevated by the filmwork around him to make him ungodly intimidating. I'm also a big fan of the way Alexandre Aja shoots his horror films. They're always so real and dirty. He's not afraid of getting grubby and giving the world a harsh reality to it. Here is no exception, and the movie looks amazing. But the biggest thing almost everyone unanimously hates is the infamous ending. I won't spoil it for anyone who might not have seen it, but yeah, it's pretty bad. The film does have a better first half than the second, however I wouldn't say it's enough to completely ruin the whole experience. I'm very much a believer that it's not about the end, it's about the journey getting there, and I can forgive a bad plot twist if the movie leading up to it was great. And here, I feel it is. The twist just comes across like the filmmakers went, oh, this would be a cool twist ending, but didn't bother to properly set it up or write it in naturally. It really does seem to come out of nowhere, and there are some glaring plot holes that instantly stick out to you the second it's revealed. For context, imagine in Lord of the Rings, after the whole journey they get to Mount Doom, and you find out that the Great Eye isn't actually there, and Frodo is revealed to be Sauron the whole time. That's the level of what the fuck we're dealing with. It's also not the most original idea, which makes it hurt even more. Unless you can give yourself over to the whole idea of an unreliable narrator from the jump. After all, the whole film is supposed to be the lead character relaying her story to the police. I can't see anyone enjoying this ending. There's also the rumour that Aja basically stole the plot of High Tension from the 1997 film Intensity, which itself is based on the novel of the same name. Apparently, he had to throw in a plot twist to make it different enough to avoid a copyright lawsuit. But this is just gossip. The two flicks do bear a striking resemblance, right down to minute details like people dying in the same way. Asia himself stated he had read the novel, but didn't outright say whether it was an inspiration. The author, DJ Kunst, is actually quoted as saying he would never consider suing because he didn't want to associate with a product that was so puerile, disgusting, and intellectually bankrupt. While the ending may derail the whole movie for some people, the rest of the film is one of the most tension-filled slashers you're likely to find. If you can forgive some poor plotting, then this is an easy recommendation.